and welcome to the 5 sporting highlights of the week with Syed. In today's episode, number 1, Under 19 Men's Cricket World Cup semi-finalists all locked. Number 2, Australian Open updates. It's Nadal versus Medvedev in the men's singles final. Ashley Barty wins the women's singles final. Number 3, Bud Scorchers wins the BBL for the 4th time. Number 5, Indian Women's Asia Cup hockey team won the bronze with Japan clinching the gold. And number 5, PV Sindhu comes back to winning ways by winning the Syed Modi International Grand Prix last week. So let's start with the episode. If you like my work, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon as well if you want. So let's go to the number 1. Under 19 World Cup quarterfinals happened last week. The first quarterfinal was between England and South Africa. South Africa batted first, made 212. England chased down the total rather comfortably in 31 point some overs. Within that, England reached the semi-finals, but one player to watch out for in the future, because Under 19 World Cup is all about the future superstars, is Dewald Brevis. People tout him as the next A.B. de Villiers. He's a very, very talented young batsman, upcoming one from South Africa. Watch out for him. The second quarterfinal was between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, and that turned out to be a low-scoring thriller, with Afghanistan clinching the game with 4 runs. Great news for the upcoming cricket nation. And interestingly, there were 4 run-outs in the second innings. And within that game also, one player to watch out for from, according to me, is the Sri Lankan talented all-rounder Wella Lage. He's really, really talented. So, the first semi-final will be England versus Afghanistan, an interesting one. The other 2 quarterfinals were between Australia and Pakistan, in which Australia won comfortably by 119 runs. And the last one was between India and Bangladesh, last Under 19 World Cup's finalists playing today, in which India quite comfortably won by 5 wickets. Among the Indian stars to watch out for in the future, we have Raj Bawa, who scored that magnificent 150 plus in the last game. We have Vicky Ostwal, a very talented left-arm spinner and all-rounder. We have Yash Dhul, our captain, Sheikh Rashul, and many others. So a lot of talented youngsters to look out for India. So the 2 semi-finals are locked. One is England versus Afghanistan. Second is Australia versus India. It's going to be very interesting. Who do you think will win? Let's go to our number 2, which is the Australian Open updates. In the men's singles, things have been heating up. This has been a very, very closely contested one. Nadal beat Berrettini in the semi-finals, while Medvedev beat Tsitsipas. And it's going to be Nadal versus Medvedev later tonight for the final crown. Nadal has the chance to break free from the 20 tie with Djokovic and Federer, and again in front of him, just like in front of Djokovic in the US Open finals, is Medvedev. So Medvedev is kind of a 20 tie killer. Let's see if he can stop Nadal from breaking that 20 barrier as well. And as he joked that Djokovic will be definitely keeping an eye on the match. Medvedev is a very talented hardcourt player, and let's see what happens. It's going to be an exhilarating contest tonight and can't wait for it. In women's singles, Ashley Barty from Australia won the Australian Open. Great news for the Aussies. And Ashley Barty becomes one of the only 5 players among the current active players to win 3 different Grand Slams. So that's a big achievement for Ash Barty. She's the current number 1. And guess who are the other 4? Very easy to guess. Our Djokovic, Federer, Nadal, and you have the 4th one being Serena Williams. So that's about it. There is a very interesting update from Australian Open that Nick Kyrgios, with his other Australian partner, won the men's doubles, Kokkinakis, which was a very, very nice story that Aussies are doing really well in the Australian Open, winning the men's doubles as well as women's singles. Number 3 story is also from cricket, where the Big Bash League from Australia, their T20 League tournament just concluded, 11th Big Bash, and Perth Scorchers won it for the 4th time. They are now the champions for the most number of times. 8 teams play BBL every year. Perth Scorchers have so far, among the 11 BBLs, have won it 4 times. Sydney Sixers, whom they beat in this final, is the second most successful team in the BBL history with 3 titles. The other 4 titles have been won by 4 other teams, 1 each. Sydney Thunders, Melbourne Renegades, then you have like Brisbane Heats and Adelaide Strikers. Two teams, incidentally, who have never won a BBL title are Melbourne Stars and Hobart Hurricanes. Other than that, there are many other leagues which started. Bangladesh Premier League, Pakistan Super League going on. Once that reaches to the exciting stages, I will cover more about them. Other cricket news, Brendan Taylor from Zimbabwe was handed a 3.5 years ban on breaching the ICC code of conduct for a lot of match fixing issues. A lot of other cricket is going on. England and West Indies T20 series is going on, which is currently tied 2-2 after today's England's win, and is going to be a very thrilling finale of the fifth one day. And women's Ashes between Australia and England going on, which is also being very exciting with an amazing knock from Heather Knight, the English skipper. At number 4, we have the Women's Asia Cup Hockey, the 10th edition, which was won by Japan, and India beat China to win the bronze medal. So it was the third title for Japan. So far, there have been 10 Women's Asia Cup tournaments. So for the trivia, Japan has won it 3 times. So does Korea. India and China have won it 2 times each. So that's the history of the Women's Asia Cup. Usually, India, Japan, Korea, and China dominates the Women's Asia Cup hockey. And it would be good to see what happens the next time. Indians would be a little bit disappointed. They were the favorites for the gold this time, but they lost to Korea in the semi-finals. Anyhow, they managed to clinch the bronze medal. Now, let's go to the final story of the week, which is PV Sindhu, who won our own Syed Modi International Grand Prix Badminton Tournament, women's singles, and back to winning tournament ways last week. And this Syed Modi was an amazing badminton player for India, and on his memory, this tournament takes place every year in the beginning of the year after the Indian Open, of course. And Sindhu managed to make us proud again. So these were the 5 stories of the week. If you like my series, definitely like, share, comment, give me comments for my series, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you.